tormented house, with thy mutterings and thy wailings. Go! Go! Back to the pits from whence thou came! Go! I command thee! Go!
We'll put you down as I don't care. Shall we, Mr. Dix? Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. We really appreciate and value your support. Thanks very much.
No, I'm sure. You can imagine some of the difficulties that we have in keeping our integrity here, like at the BBC, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, the BBC. I mean, okay, they give us the cameras and the studio and the producer and the publicity and all the backup
and the money.
And the money, obviously. But, you know, I mean, they're not content with that.
Right,
no,
right. I mean, of course, the old capitalists, the old muscle men, immediately we get the programme going.
Yeah, right.
They have to start moving in.
Listen, I'll tell you, a little grey figure came in the studio yesterday, little guy in a grey suit, never seen him before in my life. Comes up to me, says, hello, I'm from BBC Enterprises. He sticks his arm round me and he goes, Mel, I've got a great idea.
Yeah.
Record of the series,
yeah.
No extra work involved, you're going to clean up.
Right.
So, I mean, I told him, he just said, stuff it. I mean, just get lost, right?
Did you?
Well, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, right, obviously, yeah.
I mean, no way am I going to let BBC Enterprises do a rip-off record of this series.
Right, sure, yeah.
I mean, how are we going to sell our own version, for God's sake?
Yeah, I mean, we have got our own alternative, record out at the moment. This is it here on the K-Mel label. And obviously, you might be interested in that.
Right. And actually, as an alternative to that alternative record, is this illustrated book, Let, which, in a committed way, tells the full colour story of all the jokes in the series which didn't get a laugh. And it comes in 2 parts, OK?
The second part being available next week, which will grow each week into the full Smith & Jones encyclopedia of non-sexist, non-racist, non-funny comedy over the next 17 years.
Quite a publishing event, I think you'll agree. And I think will go perfectly with this, the Smith & Jones Alternative Combined Tie Rack and Bookshelf.
Which, of course, comes with the Smith & Jones Organic Laundry Basket, into which you can pop your Smith & Jones disposable knickers, scratch and sniff there.
Which will, I think, look marvellous with this Smith & Jones handcrafted miniature thimble collection. Individually fashioned by Filipino freedom fighters.
Right, and any member of the peace movement who happens to have a few pennies to spare might be interested in the anti-cruise missile device here, the Mel Smith barrage balloon, which will guarantee to protect you from aerial attack.
Right, now, you'll be interested to know that we've decided that 50% of the profits from these items are going to go directly to him.
And the remaining 30% will go to him.
You capitalist pig.
Setup.
I do the middle bit.
And I bugger up punchline.
First came Friday the 13th, and your dreams were never the same. Then The Shining, and you couldn't sleep at all. Finally, Videodrome put the willies up you good and proper.
while you were out at the cinema, nothing could prepare you for the ultimate in real-life horror experience.
Dad! Just a few friends, honest. Just popped in.
Marjorie! Featuring inexplicable stains in the bedroom.
Just honest.
Smashed video recorder.
Mom, you're too early.
The pile of vomit in the sewing basket.
Get these people out of my house!
You're too early.
Just when you thought it was safe to go out to the cinema.
My youngest boy, he's one of them skinheads.
He's not, is he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he goes round and he shouts at the Pakistanis. And he's got all bristles on his head.
Oh, look, I'm sorry, mate. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to be offensive.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid that's a lot of that is your responsibility.
Well, how do you mean?
You should give that boy of yours a good strapping.
What, give me a beating then?
Is that you? Yeah. Have you got the stuff, man? Yeah, I've got the stuff. You got the money?
Christ, come on, I need it.
Come on, money.
Oh, come on, man. Oh, I'm desperate, man. Please, I want it now. I've got to have it.
Fish fingers. I said fish fingers.
I heard you.
You stupid or something?
Yeah, I am.
What drink?
He's had a heart attack. Too many fish fingers.
Next week in the Mike Leigh season, the Boers throw themselves off a bridge.
Hello. I'm Joanna Lumley.
Hi. Well, we finally managed to track down Steve and Danny from Vaguely Obscure, so here they are now. Hi, you two.
Hi.
Hello. How's it all going then?
Great.
Yeah. You've had a pretty busy year, haven't you?
Yeah.
And just come back off a world tour.
Yeah, Sri Lanka. Yeah, Japan.
Right.
All over, really.
And the singles doing well?
Yeah, riding high.
Terrific.
And, of course, there's the new video.
Yeah, great.
We're really pleased with that.
Good. So, you had a few problems with the last one.
Yeah, I mean, we think this one's much better. More current, you know, yeah.
Great. Well, let's have a look at it then.
Right, okay.
Okay, well, this is it.
Yeah.
Well, these lush, green, swarded hills near Madrid are quiet now. But 50 years ago, but 50 years ago, I served in the Spanish Civil War.
For me, Spain had a kind of terrifying beauty. Well, I think it was something to do with all that death, I suppose, really. Because death is an awfully good subject for poetry. Whereas Oxford wasn't. In Oxford, well, I mean, there are all these colleges, you see, and I couldn't rhyme anything with college. Said porridge. As Spain blossomed into war, the government did nothing.
Well, Winston warned them over and over again, but they didn't listen. Personally, I think it's because he couldn't pronounce his S properly. Spain, Spanish, etc. Lots of S's, you see. So whenever he talked about it, he tended to sort of spray you with saliva. Turn your head away.
Carnage carnage, destruction, chaos, death, the bombs all chorus. Oh, where would I, the poet, be without my thesaurus? To these battlefields came sturdy young men of every persuasion. Among them, Buck Myheimer. A dear and constant companion, Buck now lives in London. But as the BBC were paying, we both went out to Los Angeles.
Yeah, there were a lot of kind of different nationalities down there. There were English and French and I think Scandinavians and some Hungarians, I think. But, you know, we were really all just united in one common cause. We all hated the Belgians.
So we're off to sunny Spain. Oh, viva España. Yes, we're off to sunny Spain. Oh, viva España. Oh, we're off to sunny Spain. Oh, viva España. España, por favor. Among the clean-limbed young hopefuls who went forth that year was a charming bit of rough trade. A young ambulance driver who was to become a dear and lasting friend, George Pilton.
George Pilton, very pleased to meet you.
What do you recall of that fateful year, 1937?
1937?
Yes.
Whew, now you're asking. Well, the abdication, I suppose. And Arsenal. Arsenal were the top football team. I used to support the Hammers.
No. I was Spain. I was talking about. I mentioned Spain.
Spain?
Yes. Yes, you were an ambulance driver here. Well, not here. No, this is the wrong field. But in Spain in 1937.
Was I? Well, it's possible. I had a lot of different jobs in those days. I was a trainee under manager at Tate and Lyle, I think.
Come along.
In sunny Spain, the signors and signorinas are olaying into each other like nobody's business. That's one in the eye for one. Buenos dias to you, sir. CCC, it's a pretty uncivil civil war with whole cities being destroyed every day. Meanwhile, at Wembley, the Red Robins of Charlton Athletic beat the Rams of Derby County in a cup final made all the more memorable by the silly way the players run.
Yeah, hang on. I remember. I did have one job that was a lot noisier than the others. Yeah, there was a lot of banging and, guns going off.
Yes,
and,
well, that was it.
Yeah, that was when I got the bit of metal in my head. And ever since then, of course, it's left me with a terrible memory.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something else.
Yeah.
Ever since then, it's left me with a terrible memory.
By 1937, the war was turning against us, thanks to men like General Prodroni, whose sister I once met at a cocktail party.
Those were golden times, my friend. By Jove, but we pulled some fingernails. Nowadays, you cannot even attach an electrode to someone's, how you say, gully, without Amnesty Bloody International ringing you up on the blower.
Defeat was staring us in the behind. It was the turn of fascist poets like Giuseppe Pavarotti to rend the air with their verses. There was a young girl of Granada who enjoyed sexual intercourse a lot. When she'd finished, she'd get out of bed and pass wind like a German anti-tank gun.
Franco is dead. This is a load of bull pluffy. Franco is not dead. No. He is on a sabbatical in Saskatchewan. In Canada. But he will return. And when he does, all of his spine will rise up on their 2 foot and say.
Yes, Franco was too strong, and the International Brigade came a bit of a cropper.
Yeah, in fact, we lost the whole platoon because nobody knew the Swedish for retreat.
For us, all that's left now are memories.
Where am I? Where was I?
Where is he?
I know I'll never forget my time in Spain. It was the most significant weekend of my life. A deep thing with a lot of dead bodies in it.
Come over to Spain.
And I'm sorry, I haven't seen it anyway.
I thought, well, yeah, a few beaches or something. Cheap booze.
So. See that match last night, sir? No, I don't know. What?
Could you take some off here as well?
Off the front sofa?
Just a minute.
Yes, sir?
What have you done to my ears?
Oh, I was just evening them both up, sir.
Yeah,
so
well,
they're
leave them
both
alone.
equal, you see. I took a bit too much off that side, so I thought I'd
I just came in for a
leave it to me, sir. I'm a professional, sir.
Around.
I'll show you what I mean. Let me just say what I mean.
Leave it
sir.
alone.
Have a look at this. Here we are.
Need.
Here we are. There, and... Now, you see, sir? Look, Mr. Spock. You don't like it, sir? Well, you're a customer, sir. Here you go. Yeah, sir? How's that? So, can I, get you anything for the weekend, sir?
My wife and I, we went to a wife swapping party. I got a hi-fi and a set of ratchets. But I had to give them back. Why? The wife didn't work properly. Hello, Jugger.
Hello, Ronnie.
How's it going?
I'm not bad, no. Did you bring the snail? How's June? I said, how's June? She hasn't been to see me for months, you know.
She's all right. Yeah, it's difficult to get here with the kids and all that.
Well, she could bring the kids with her, couldn't she? What, I mean, what do you mean I'm not allowed to see my own kids? She's ashamed of me being in here, is she?
Yeah, well, I'll tell her when I see her.
Oh, sorry, mate. It's just this place, you know, it really gets to you. All the routine and the uniforms, constant abuse.
Come on. You've had more than enough time.
Yeah, all right. I've got to go now.
Thanks for coming, mate.
Come on, come on.
Yeah, OK. Keep smiling. And...
Yeah?
I better have a book of first-class stamps.
Oh, yeah.
What are your thoughts on the women's movement, actually?
Well... Eh?
What do you think
Yeah.
about the women's movement?
Well, it's all right, innit? I can't complain. I mean, you know, she's up and down a bit, but she doesn't move about much. When we was first married, she used to wriggle about.
No. See what that is? See what that is? Now, that is sexist. See, that is a sexist remark. You are being sexist. You're a sexist.
I'm not being
yeah,
sexist.
you are.
I'm not
That
being
was a
a
sexist
sexist.
remark.
I'm not a sexist. I'm not. I've had talk with my wife, right?
Yeah.
And we've agreed she's an individual.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? And I've said she can do what she like. As long as my tea's on the table, I don't give her monkeys. She can do what she can go out and go down the laundrette, and she can do the ironing and all that. And whenever she wants to, she can do her cleaning job, she's free. She's a free lady. My wife.
You know, my wife's sister.
Yeah.
She went down to Greenham Common last weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been down there quite a lot, actually.
Oh, yeah. What's that then, Greenham Common?
It's like a big shopping precinct, isn't it? like Brent Cross. Yeah, that's right.
What? So then, what? I thought it was like a nuclear thing, you know? I thought it was nuclear.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Oh,
yeah. I
yeah,
mean, it is Newton
yeah.
as well, obviously. But there's also a big shopping precinct there.
right, yeah.
And what it means, you see, is you can go down in a car, apparently, and you can park the car up, and you can leave the kids in the crèche, and then you can go and do, you know, your nuclear business.
Nuclear?
And then you can get all the shopping for the whole week.
Well, that's nice.
And it's a very clever idea. I mean, I think that's why it's taken
Why
off.
did they call it? Why did they call it the women's peace movement down there then?
Well, how the bloody hell should I know? I've only been a feminist for 5 minutes. How do I know what's going on in a bloody woman's mind?
No. Well, why did they call it then? But I thought you might be able to tell me why they call it the peace movement, you know?
It's obvious, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's obvious. Well, all the women, they all go down to Greenham Common, and we get some peace.
Well, with the time coming up to midnight, we go over to the Open University for Paleontology, Part 2, Lecture 4.
Sorry, yeah. Good evening. Good morning. Paleontology, yeah. Sorry. Last week, I looked at the Pleistocene deer structure of limestone and alluvial deposits in Rift Valley Forest. I'm terribly sorry. You will remember, but come on, you won't remember anything. It was 6:30 on a Saturday morning, the last lecture. You can't even remember which way to fart at 6:30 on a Saturday morning. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. I'm sorry. Haven't you people got beds to go to, for goodness sake?
Off to bed? Are you safe? Is that cigarette extinguished? Sure? Mistakes like that cost lives. And what about that overloaded plug? Shouldn't you disconnect it? That could cause a fire, you know. And what about that loose window? And that floorboard in the upstairs spare room? Didn't you hear it creak then? Sure. Mightn't they already be up there waiting to beat your brains out, then murder your wife and mutilate your beautiful daughter? Shouldn't you phone for the police? What? And get burned to death by the electrical fire in there caused by the faulty plug? Nah! What about the man in there dressed in the Yogi Bear outfit with a meat cleaver? Yeah, plug. That's it. Yes. Well, you should have fixed that window, shouldn't you, instead of going down the pub with your mates? Dear. What about that appointment with the doctor to get your blood pressure checked? You should have been there, shouldn't you? It's a bit late now. Never mind.
That was a public service announcement designed to scare the shit out of you.
Well, thank you. Well, there we are. We're very nearly at the end of the series now.
And it has been marvellous.
Absolutely marvellous.
Marvellous. And we'd like to thank all the people who've made it such an exciting experience for us. All of you for watching.
Yes, indeed, and all the people behind the scenes who actually made it possible. The props makers, the editors, the backroom boys, just everyone. Thank you.
Well, everyone except the designer.
Let's just say everybody.
Well, no, you can say what you like. I just don't happen to rate the designer, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing personal about it, you know? I mean, it's just, I happen to think he's a bit of a tool. I mean, Look, right up my nose, he's a total pillock.
Well, for my part, I've enjoyed myself tremendously.
And for my part, I've been irritated to death by the result.
We've had a lot of fun.
Oh, we certainly have, yeah.
And we're sorry that it has to come to an end.
Well, so.
But anyway, it's time for us to say goodbye to you, to the series,
to the designer,
and to Morag, the rather attractive visual effects girl.
There is absolutely no need to bring
to
Morag.
fancy the young, virile designer more than the clapped-out, chubby Welsh comedian with the big head.
You bastard.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Very funny.
Hello, I'm Joanna Lumley. And I'm suing.